Hi, and welcome back to Alex Talking. I'm on location from beautiful Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, where I grew up, and now I'm dog sitting for my aunt and uncle for the week. And I saw Honey Don't, the new film from Ethan Cohen, and I honestly loved Drive Away Dolls, the last film from Ethan Cohen. Obviously, he used to make movies with his brother Joel, some of the best movies ever, including my all time favorite movie, The Big Lebowski. And I will always support Ethan Cohen because of that. And I was really looking forward to this because Driveway Dolls was one of my favorite movies of uh, 2023. I think that came out. It wasn't February of last year. No, it was February of 2023. Anyways, I loved it. I gave it 5 stars to be honest. I really had a blast with it. This was not that, unfortunately for me. I did have a good bit of chuckles, but one of the best examples of like how I view movies in that I totally had a good time with this and laughed solidly throughout, while also in my head thinking, "Wow, this is rough in a lot of ways." And if anybody told me this is dog shit, I would say, "Yeah, that's fair." I enjoyed it personally because Chris Evans was solid in it. Like I didn't really like what the way his character was written, but there was moments that were allowed him to be funny. It was very blunt and one note, but there were still moments that worked. And if that sounds like a mixed, it's because it is. It's like a 1 out of every 4 type rule in a comedy. I've seen worse. I've seen comedies where 1 out of every 10 don't land. I've seen Mickey 17 this year where not a single joke in that movie made me laugh out loud. But there was like a beating heart of Cohen in this, even if it feels like it's on borderline life support. I don't think it's that bad, but once again, if somebody told me they did, yeah, I mean, it's just these dogs are being crazy right here. They're throwing a tennis ball around. It's just got a weird, like, stiltedness to the deliveries. I really like the way Margaret Qualley played her character in Drive Away Dolls. Not to keep comparing it to that, because comparison is the thief of joy. But this one felt a lot drier, in a way that just wasn't particularly funny to me. Aubrey Plaza was very awkward, but it paid off in the end, in a way that really worked for me because I love noir movies, and he's trying to make like lesbian road trip noir movies to a certain extent. And hey, I mean, it worked to a certain extent. Not that this is a road trip movie. That's just I remember the buzzwords he threw out whenever he was describing the trilogy he's trying to make, and this is supposed to be the second one in like an unofficial thematic trilogy. And like bring on the third one. I just worry movies like this and Highest to Lowest are the type of movies that are why filmmakers like David Lynch are dying with one last dream project they were trying to get funded and one left in the tank because it's so hard for filmmakers to get original stuff made these days. And when they do, it's lovely that these guys are being so wholly unique and original with it and creative. But I also see that they're very difficult to market, and there's about a very slim, like 1/3 percentile of an audience that is the demographic is actually going to go to the theaters. And out of that 1/3, I think probably another 1/3 of them will actually like it. You know what I mean? Like that 1/3 are the people who support Spike Lee and Ethan Cohen movies because they know they're much more interesting than like a Marvel or Minecraft movie. But even those people, I think, are going to be very critical of late era Spike Lee, late era Ethan Cohen, and if you're willing to say, "Hey, I think this might be cooked," I wouldn't. I disagree, but I wouldn't like have too strong of an argument other than it worked for me. I laughed throughout, but they're weirdly digital. They're weirdly blunt in their writing. Almost feels like first drafts in a lot of ways, and just a little awkward, just in the stuff they're trying to do in a way that comes off very strange, knowing the filmmaker at the heart of it. That being said, is this a lesbian noir movie made by a 67-year-old straight man? Yes, it is. But I enjoyed the parts of it that Charlie Day was in, and that had crazy noir elements and something unique. So If you like Ethan Coen movies, go out and try it, and please let me know what you thought in the comments. I obviously didn't want to get into spoilers here, but I thought the ending was a lot of fun. That's what solidified it for me as being worth watching, and I'd give it like a 3.2 out of 5. Go out, check it out, see what you think for yourself, and let me know. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.